Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. And we are here on a Saturday morning edition of Kubota Farms here in East Vineland, New Jersey on a beautiful fall morning. You can see the colors have changed. Everything's looking fantastic. We are currently working on... What are we working on? We are working on our silage contract. Boy, I don't know why it threw me for a loop there for a second. I'm staring right at what we're doing. So we are dumping off our first load of bales. Welcome to the weekend. I hope everyone had a really good week. And now we can relax. Hopefully you can relax. You don't have to work or anything and play some Farming Simulator and whatever other games you enjoy or watch TV or do whatever it is you like. That actually looks like, and that's actually really good news, that right there completed our baling contract. That's really good because the rest of the baling contract is now cash money for us. Well, I'm happy about that. I didn't think we would complete the contract with one load of bales. So, hey, I'm good with that. Let's truck on over to the field and collect our next trailer full of bales. I don't know how many are left, but I do know... Oh, there we are right there. Where am I turning into? Did I think right here? Yeah, this will work. We'll just cut through somebody's yard. That'll work. All right, let's get in our operating position. Interesting week for mods. One in particular that's got me pretty excited is that Kirovitz, the K700 mod that came out. Mostly because it's just such a memorable tractor. I played a lot with that tractor. Back on, I think even back on 15, I played a lot with that tractor. So I'm geeked about getting that thing going again. And in fact, it will definitely make its debut on this channel next week. I believe next week. Maybe not next week. But it's definitely going to be on this channel. And my guess is it's probably going to be in a Throwback Thursday game. I've got a couple ideas for Throwback Thursday. I'm excited about it. In fact, I'm kind of thinking about making it Throwback Monday or Tuesday, but I can't do that because it would throw the title off and it would confuse me, and it'd be Monday and I'd be posting Throwback Thursday, and I would, yeah, that's not a good thing. I can't be confused that early in the week. So I got on a little bit of a rabbit hole today, went down a bit of a rabbit hole today. Need to check something real quick. Okay. My wheel was feeling a little bit weird to me, and a lot of times when Logitech updates their software, my wheel resets in the game and my dead zone resets, and I gotta fix that, but I think it's good. See, I lost my train of thought just like that. We were talking about Throwback Thursday, Kirovitz. I forget. I'm sorry. It'll come back to me. But then, speaking of wheels, I don't know how long this has been out. I just saw it this week. I was digging around. I forget what I was doing, but I was out on Logitech's website, and what do they call it? Their new Professional Racing Series wheel and pedals. Have you all seen this thing? Have you seen the price tag on this thing? I was like, what? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should be going, wow, that's a great deal. But I'm not. I'm thinking, what? Is this for real? $1,000 for the wheel, not the wheel and pedals, even though that would even seem a bit crazy to me, but $1,000 MSRP for this Logitech Professional Series. I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's something with the word pro in it. It has to be, right, when it's $1,000 for the wheel alone. And I think the pedal setup was like 350, 360, something like that. Whew, man, I don't know. I just don't have that kind of disposable income. I wish I did. I would love to take a look at it, but I just don't have that kind of cash. You could do the old Amazon. I don't even know if I want to talk about that, but I haven't done this, but I do know somebody who has this thing they call the Amazon trial period purchase, and that's what they'll do. They've got a credit card, and if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just nosing around to see. I make sure I didn't leave any bales behind. I think we're good. In fact, do we want to? I'll get back to this Amazon trial period thing. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm where I'm going with it. But let's take a quick peek at what is silage. I don't know that it matters, but what is silage selling for right now? I think we're getting towards a good month, right? November. Right now, the best pricing looks to be around 556 at the North Shop, which, hey, the South Shop is way closer. 550 bucks, and it goes, oh, we might as well just sell it, right? We don't need silage. Well, yeah, we don't need silage for anything, right? We've got sheep and pigs. Let's sell it. Let's just sell it and call it good. We might as well take the money. Take the money and run. Hopefully we can. My goal is for us to get a new field. Preferably a new field by spring, so we can have something new to plant. Anyways, so this Amazon trial period program he's on, basically he finds something like this. Like this would be a good example, $1,000 racing wheel from Logitech, and throws it on a credit card and orders it. And you know, it's got what, 30 days? Amazon does 30 days, I think. And he'll go in and play with it for 30 days or however long he can get out of it and return it, just so he can try it out, and with very little intentions of keeping it. Like, in fact, I would say little to no intentions of keeping it. So the next time you guys and gals get a package from Amazon and it's been opened before, because I think Amazon is notorious for not really checking returns very well, you can thank my friend for that. Now, granted, let's check out the money here. Let's see what we got. So where are we sitting? 187. Let's see what we get out of this thing. Should show up there what our total is anyways, but let's see what we can get out of it. Let me pull forward just a tad. Oh, we did good. Yeah, we did good. $116,000. We did really good. This was a really good contract, and that's why I usually really love these bale, especially the silage ones. They can really pay off. So, you know what? We're stuck, but okay. I'll try one more time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna clear the contract, and they can come get their tractor. There, we got it. All right, good deal. So yeah, that's why I love silage contracts like this, because this one in particular seems really good. We're gonna have to keep that in mind here on East Vineland. That if we run across another silage contract, it definitely might be worth nabbing it for sure. So I figured we can just drive back to where the rest of the goods are. Drop this thing off. Collect our contract money. The Fent served us well. I like that Fent. I like that Fent quite a bit. Definitely, the Big M is definitely one of my favorite machines in the game. Love that thing. And yeah, the Landini, yeah, I'd say it did well with the baler. No complaints. Definitely tell the power difference between that and the Fent, but I bet you also see the price difference in those two is probably pretty high as well. In fact, I'm curious, what is the Landini? Is it is that considered a small or is that the medium Landini? I'm curious. Here we go. 150,000 for that one. And what was our Fent? Was it a? Oh yeah, 930. Okay. That's in the large category, isn't it? Oh, I like this tractor. Look at that thing. That's a beauty. The Black Beauty, and that is a beauty. Love that tractor. The Deutz Fahr Warrior in that type of color scheme also is so sharp looking. So sharp. So yeah, $280,000 for the base 900. Um, yeah, so there's a considerable price difference between the two. But hey, somebody told me one time you get what you pay for, and boy, do you pay for this stuff, don't you? It's amazing how much money farmers have to invest in their equipment. All right, let's collect our contract cash. We get another 15 grand for that. So we're sitting at $320,000 if I don't blow this money on something stupid, we're going to be able to pick up a field pretty easily. Let's take a look at some more contract work here. 17 grand for, oh boy. Sugar beet harvesting. Oh, field 60. Field 60. Where is field 60, 66, 51, 59? Way up yonder there. What do y'all think? It seems like that's going to be a pretty decent amount of work for that contract. $18,000 though, minus the 624 because we'll have to borrow the cash. You know, it's sugar beets though. And I haven't done sugar beets for a bit. So let's teleport over to field 60. So here's our sugar beet field right here. Maybe we should. You know, why not? Get some sugar beets done. Any leftover sugar beets can go to our pigs too. So this is kind of might be a win-win. I say we stop yapping and set up our delivery point and let's do it. Why not? Why not? Well, I can probably think of a few reasons why not, but what is this cultivating job? Oh yeah, I'm kind of boring. Actually, we could. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay, so let's borrow these items. Oh yeah, there's the big boy right there. Man, that thing's massive. Not quite as big as the potato machines, is it? Look at that Panther. You gotta love that. Companies that want to make their equipment look super cool. Let's put a Panther on the side. I'll tell you what, guys and gals, whoever made this thing, you didn't need a panther on the side to make this thing look pretty sweet, because it's looking it right there. Oh yeah. I can't imagine running these things. It's got to be so much fun. It's like a fire truck. I'm assuming it's got all-wheel steering as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she does. All right, let's get hooked up to the header. Oh, a little too fast. Oh, just about right. Perfect. All right, what else did they give us for a tractor? Hey, there's that warrior I was talking about. Isn't it? Doesn't say warrior, but it's got the paint scheme, right? I don't see warrior on there. Unless I'm missing it. Am I missing it? Is that warrior up there? No. This is a nice tractor too. Really, really like this thing. Just love the look of it. Not sure if the quality's there. I've heard, I was looking online one time at Deutz Bar, because somebody told me that, I'm just saying what somebody told me. I'm not saying this is true, so don't jump all over me if you're a Deutz Bar fan. But somebody once told me that they thought the Deutz Bar stuff was kind of the less expensive, maybe a little lower quality equipment. I don't know if that's true or not, but this thing's got some little bit of pickup to it. Let's get her unfolded. Oh yeah. See, look at you. That thing is sweet. The engineering that goes into this stuff is insane. Big auger. That's crazy. So cool. Let's get over to our edge of our field here. Now we can kick off a helper. In fact, what I might do is let's turn on our GPS. Lines are on. A heading 0. That looks pretty good there on the right, I think. Let's lock and load it. Let's get cracking. Let's get some sugar beets going. That's one thing I will say that I totally agree with people on is Giants. I hope they figure something out with the way the graphics look on these. I think it's the same on potatoes, right? See how that just looks like a thin stream, like they're not three-dimensional looking, dropping down like that. I mean, if you focus on it, it kind of bugs you, but I guess, you know, I mean, I don't know who sits there and necessarily focuses on that, but that is something that would be really cool to see them improve on. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do see an improvement there at some point, for sure. Oh, I am missing a little bit though, aren't I? Look at that. Why did I line it up? I just misaligned it. We'll be okay. There we go. There's so many things that go into. I had a friend. Well, I wouldn't say he was a friend. Oh, I'm glad I missed that poll. I wouldn't call him a friend, I guess. I mean, we got along great. It was a work friend, though, you know. And he was studying game design or game development. Why are you not? I'm trying to get the GPS to line up next to. All right, we'll take this. We'll take it. I don't have something weird. Is this a? I don't have something weird set up like an offset on this or something, do I? Because it seems like it's acting kind of funny. No, I guess it's all right. I guess it's all right. So he was studying to be. Let me make sure here. Yeah, I don't have any offsets or anything here. He's studying game development, I guess is what it was. And he did tell me a lot of really, really interesting things about game development. More on the psychology part of it. I think that's what his focus was. As that weird as that sounds, it's maybe it doesn't sound weird. It did to me at first, but it made sense after he kind of explained it to me on how not all games, but there are a lot of games out there that when they're designed and developed, they actually have game psychologists that come in and help the designers design the game so that it is more appealing and more addictive and keeps people coming back and back and back for more and more and more. You know, kind of you get a little perk here and there. You get maybe that super rare character, you know, because nobody ever gets the super rare character on their first try. And he was telling me about this stuff, and I thought it was kind of, you know, quite interesting actually. And where was I going with this? Oh, but as far as design and hardware goes, most games, I'm not going to say all, but certainly most games have to be designed and developed for the masses, right? You can't have as a game developer, you can't say, you know, we're not going to worry about people with mid-tier and low-tier computers. We're only going to worry about people that have, you know, high-end, current hardware, stuff that you know is going to, you know, run the blazes out of something, because you're cutting off your market size doing that, and probably frustrating a lot of people at the same time who want to play the game but they can't, and it's just not good for business. And I say that because I circle around back to the Giants thing with those sugar beets. I know this was a long way around this, but I do respect, I think it's easy to jump on Giants sometimes for things that we think, you know, well, why do you do, why does it look like that? Why can't it look better? Or why is this like this? Or why is this like that? And I think it's easy to forget that there's a lot of thought and decisions, I think, that go into these things. And quite frankly, things that we're not necessarily aware of that goes into it. So I try to cut them slack, is what I guess I'm getting at. I try to more or less think of it as there's probably a good reason why these sugar beets look flat. I doubt it's laziness, you know. I doubt it's incompetence. Yeah. But maybe that's just me trying to, you know, keep the positive attitude flowing kind of thing. So we're going to get this strip thing. Looks, oh, I still have all that area there. I was going to say it's looking full, but we're only at 60, 70%. We're going to get a lot of sugar beets out of this field. Our pigs are going to be happy though, because I have a feeling we're going to end up with a decent amount at the end of this contract for sure. Might go a little bit longer on this episode, since it's a weekend episode. I apologize if you prefer the shorter ones. It seems like somebody did a study I read, or, you know, as far as as far as episode length on YouTube's, if you're a gamer, or just in general, if you have a channel that you post regularly on. I guess it depends on the content too, right? But it seems like 20 to 30 minutes was suggested mostly. And I'm thinking for my own viewing habits, that's probably what I usually look for as well. Like, I'm thinking if I'm watching a gaming video, somebody streaming or gaming, and it's an hour and a half. Now, Twitch is different, for me at least. Let's line you up, because I am going to send you off to the races with a helper. But I want to get them nicely lined up, and we can kill the GPS, and we can helper him out here. Very cool. Dirt flying up, plucking those sugar beets out of the ground. I see these things. I've actually seen, I haven't seen a Panther like this one. I've seen another brand in my area, because in Michigan, where I live right now, we do have some sugar beet fields, and I've seen these large trucks out there. Not quite as nice as that one, though. It seems like the ones I have seen have a few more years on them. But yeah, going back to the Twitch thing, I think that's a little bit different. At least for me, it is. If I'm watching a streamer on Twitch, I kind of, well, first of all, you know they're probably going to be streaming for longer than half an hour. In fact, it might even be up to several hours. But also, I kind of consider it one of those things where I kind of come and go. Like, I'll sit and watch it for a while, then maybe get up and do something else, or turn it off and switch to something else, and then come back to it, kind of thing. Well, I didn't leave this person much time. Let's see, we're sneak underneath here. Very nice. Are you going to drive off on me, or are you going to just unload? Just going to unload? There was a little mod that came out today. I forget what it's called, but it was it's a small potato. It picks potatoes up off the ground. I don't think I enabled it for this map, but I like it. I want to try it. I've wanted to try. It's been a while since I've used that. Here, we'll grab a few more sugar beets from him and get out of his way, and then I'm going to show you what I'm thinking of. All right, I'm going to scooch out of your way, partner. You go do your thing. Don't run into me. All right. So if we go in here, I think it might be potato technology. No, it's not. That thing is massive. And I wish I could remember what brand it was. It's that thing that, it's the thing that picks up the potatoes off the ground. That huge thing that picks potatoes. It's for potatoes, right? Not for sugar beets. You all know what I'm talking about. You know what? Is this it, though? Maybe it is for sugar beets. This machine can collect sugar beets from the ground. Yeah, I was thinking potatoes. That's interesting. I could have swore there was one for potatoes. Because I thought that's what a lot of these farmers do, is maybe they don't do that with potatoes as much. Huh. Anyways, I didn't enable it for this game, but it's cool looking. It's just like a small pull behind, and it's got a deal where you can just, so you can dump your potatoes on the ground, and sometimes it's easier if you're playing single player to just dump and go with potatoes and with sugar beets. And I wonder if that thing does both of them now. I'm almost positive it was potatoes, though, that it was dedicated for. Where are we selling for this contract? Michael Hammond, owner of Field 60. Wants us to sell to the sugar mill. Isn't the sugar mill like right by us here? Maybe not. Let's see here. Sugar mill, there should be a little exclamation point there. Yeah, it used to be by us. Now it's all the way down there. Okay. And we're up on field 60 here. So we need to just take the main road down. I hate to do all that driving without a full trailer, so maybe we can collect a little bit more from our hired helper, and then we can take this load down to the sugar mill, to the sugar shack. Better put our beacons on for safety. Put our beacons on for safety. There we go. Give a honk. Let them know we're coming. Six miles an hour. I should adjust my dealio. I don't want to run into you, Mr. Ropa. Whatever you are, Mr. Panther. Am I too close to you, boss? He's not wanting to dump. Why aren't you wanting to dump? Am I full? You're not wanting to dump because I'm full. Good enough for me. Looking good though. This is going to be a few trips. Holy cow. We might almost be wise to go grab our own trailer and get a Kubota out here with our trailer, so we can do maybe a follow me on this thing. Do some double loads. Oh, where am I at? What am I doing? Lefty. Yeah, I do like these Deutz bars though. Sharp looking tractors. Another mod that I grabbed that came out this week and I was kind of playing with, I'm not sure how noticeable it is, but it's that distant, what's it called? The distant, oh boy. I need to remember to write these things down so I don't do this and start talking about something that I can't remember. It's the distant engine sound mod, if that helps kind of explain it. It's designed to let you hear tractors and machinery working, I think, from further away. I guess is the idea. And actually, come to think of it, I was playing around earlier on Buchern, and it does make a difference. It definitely does make a difference, and I don't know what the mod author is doing. I don't know if they're just increasing the volume in general. It didn't feel that way to me though. It didn't seem like the tractor was just louder. You know, it seemed like there was some type of something else going on to make it a little bit nicer, because I was on the other end of a field and it was kind of cool because you could actually hear the harvester. Yeah, it was at that sunflower harvest we're doing over on Buchern, and I could hear the harvester from the other end of the field, and that's a pretty decent sized field, all things considered, for Buchern, and you could definitely hear the harvester coming towards you from a distance. It was kind of cool. if those are the kind of, you know, small things that you like as far as like a little more details in the game, I think those kind of mods are pretty cool to have. Some people don't care, you know, some people probably just wouldn't care about that. But some people do. They like that kind of a attention to a little more detailed items. Oh, where are we at? We are at the corner. We need to take a left, and it's funny because I think I turned off traffic. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did now that I'm noticing it. I think I turned it off because I was playing around with something, and I didn't want traffic bugging me. I guess I forgot to turn traffic back on. Sugar, sugar, sugar. You must be. Are you the sugar shack right here? Now let's see. Is this? It's got to be right. Certainly is. Where are we selling to, my friends? Where's our drop off? Right there? That doesn't seem right to me. It's got to be behind. Yeah, okay. What's it cost to get to buy the sugar mill? It's not bad, 80 grand. If we had a little bit more disposable cash, that might actually be a good one to nab, but saving up for a field. Not sure what field yet, but saving up for a field. Of course, people, why are you parking here? You know I'm going to hit you. Didn't Farming Simulator used to have a deal when you hit the cars, they honked? Am I making that up? I could have swore that was a thing. That cars used to honk when you hit them. The parked ones, not the ones on the traffic ones, but the actual parked cars. You know what I have to do now, right? I'm pretty sure I've hit cars that are parked and they don't honk. But boy, that seems like something that I remember. I'm going to hit this guy and get stuck, and then I'm going to be mad. Yeah, no honk. Could have swore they used to do that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just thinking of a mod, or maybe I'm thinking of a knowing me, a different game altogether. But oh, am I okay? Sorry, got scared there for a second. Thought I saw a fence. I'm losing my mind. All right, let's get back to our. Oh boy, that pole was coming fast though. I promise you all, I don't drive in real life like this. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Let's get back to our sugar beets, and it's not gonna. Doesn't take long for that machine to fill up, so we'll have to stay on top of that. But I think what we could do is get another contract going. 2. I don't think it'll hurt to have a couple going at the same time. We pay some labor fees, but that's all right. All the way up. Probably we'll be doing a Buchern episode this weekend as well. Sunday morning is kind of my game plan there, to go back to Buchern and work some more on the finishing up that sunflower contract. I'm glad there's contracts in the game. You know, for times when, am I passing? I am very close. I'm glad there's contracts in the game for sure, for times when, you know, especially in the winter, when you're trying to fill that gap of nothing to do. Definitely nice having... Oh, there's our friend right there. What timing. Not bad at all. Hey, thanks for skipping that stuff on the end. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. I wanted those little patches left there for decoration. Oh, that's right. He stops. Okay. I was gonna keep driving. What? Am I too close? Really? Am I too close? All right. Fine. You like that better? Wait, what's going on here? What's happening here, buddy? Why aren't you spitting stuff out? What am I missing here, everyone? It's like he wants to. If I pipe in, let's pipe in. Something's kind of squirrely. I'm gonna turn you off. I'm gonna switch over to our tractor here. Switch back to you, turn you back on. I know it's kind of weird, but sometimes I just do things like that to maybe reset it a little bit. But it definitely does not. What is the dealio? Can I adjust? Okay, so I can adjust this pipe a little bit. Maybe, is that the problem? Was it too low? Oh, look at that. Yeah, okay. Well, that's good to know. I didn't think that would make that much of a difference. But yeah, it definitely does. I'm glad that's not broken. Turn your hazards off there, or your beacons off there, buddy. And we'll pipe in. And you can continue on, my friend. You're gonna lower that thing all the way down again so it won't dump. Let's try and get one more trailer load if I can stay straight a little bit. It's hard to drive straight when you're going so slow. Oh, you know what? We need to pick up the pace a little bit. This hill's killing us a little bit. Let me turn up the... Not that far, though. Too much, Brad. Slow down. Too much, Brad. Slow down. Slow down a little bit. There you go. It's kind of sputtering now. I think we'll take this trailer load. Might as well take this trailer load over. It's close enough. We'll get this thing over to the sugar shack. So are you all keeping up with the NVIDIA stories that are going on with the new graphics card that's the new 4000 series? Whew. Wow, a mess. Kind of a mess. I'm an NVIDIA fan. I've been an NVIDIA fan for a long time. What's weird though is I'm an AMD fan for CPUs, and I've been an AMD fan for a long time when it comes to CPUs. In fact, I I don't think I've run an Intel CPU system for many, many years. But anyways, but I prefer NVIDIA graphics cards. I've just preferred. It's, you know what? It's not even so much that I prefer their cards. I think it's more that I prefer their drivers and their software for tweaking and adjusting things and things like that. Anyways, that's just all personal stuff, you know. AMD makes a great video card too. I was very tempted actually to buy an AMD video card because of the huge fiasco of trying to get, you know, your hands on a 3000 series graphics card. For the longest time I was getting so frustrated with it that I'm like, you know what, forget this. I'm just gonna buy an AMD, you know. But anyways, this whole 4000 series that's coming out supposedly, wow, NVIDIA's taking some heat for this thing. They're taking some heat for, as I'm yapping, we are passing our thing. First of all, the pricing. I don't know why it surprises me, but I have a 3080. So you would say the equivalent of that for the next revision is going to be a 4080. Well, from what I understand, those are starting at $1,000, I think, for the 4080. And there's some technical things that are going on that people are upset about. AMD kind of, you know, there's going to be a 4080 with 12 gigs of RAM, VRAM, and there's going to be one with, you know, 16 gigs of VRAM, and then there's going to be a 4080 Ti, but that one's only going to have this much, and just marketing nonsense, and people are getting very upset already. And I don't know if this is really new though. You know, it seems like, to me at least, that every time NVIDIA goes through a hardware revision, there's always some controversy, and there's always people that are going to be mad, you know. The one thing that I don't get into is pricing. I don't know. I guess I don't know what it is about that, but to me, it's like NVIDIA can charge whatever they want to for their product. It's that simple. If they want to charge $3,000 for a 4080, they can do that. It's their choice. It's their business. It's their company. It's like McDonald's, you know. They used to charge what, 50 cents for a regular hamburger. They could charge $5 for a regular hamburger if they want to, and it won't surprise me if they will pretty soon. But so I don't really get into the whole people complaining about that stuff. I'll complain about pricing only because it makes me realize how, you know, it goes around to 100 other things, how expensive food is and gas and all this other stuff, and it gets kind of depressing. But that's not why we're here. We're not here to get depressed. But so they can charge whatever they want to for their graphics cards, and you choose whether or not you want to pay it. You know, to me, it's a simple transaction. You don't want to pay that much for it, then don't. Nobody's coming door to door and telling you have to give them $1,000 for a graphics card. Is it disappointing? Yeah, it is. Because to me, most other computer things go down in price as they progress. Look at SSDs. I mean, man, you used to have to pay like $500 for a 120 gig SSD when they first came out. You know, now you can get. I just bought my Samsung Evo 870. It's not an NVMe. It's just a standard SATA SSD drive. I just bought one of those for like $100, and it's a terabyte. Oh, Brad, pay attention where you're going. Glad this thing has some brakes. We were gonna go off the cliff there. And CPUs. You know, CPU prices, you get more for your money, and usually, man, we time this really good, don't we? Is that for real? I mean, this is exactly where they were last time we swung around. That's kind of funny. Um, so it just seems odd to me, and it seems a little maybe taking advantage. And I think that part bugs me. You know what? Are you going to dump for us, buddy? You are? Okay, thank you. It just seems like that when I get the feeling that a company is taking advantage of a situation, that's when I start kind of getting a little more upset about it. And I apologize if this is like not your cup of tea or you don't really care about this stuff. I get that too. Not everybody's into computer hardware. I was actually pretty shocked that EVGA has broken their partnership with NVIDIA. I think that's actually much bigger news than the Series 4000, than the RTX 4000s. I think EVGA breaking their partnership with NVIDIA is, I would have lost that bet big time. I would have thought they never would have broken that partnership. So that's pretty shocking. And I didn't used to be a huge EVGA fan. I was kind of more indifferent towards them. I could take them or leave them. But I've had some really, really good experiences with some EVGA stuff, and I've become a little bit more of a fan of their products. Let's turn our tractor off. I think we're going to wrap this episode up, but I'm curious about that noise mod. I guess you'd almost have to do a comparison, wouldn't you, to see if you could hear the same. So when they get down to the other end of the field, see, it seems to me like I don't think we used to be able to hear a vehicle working that far away. Am I wrong about that? Like, I can still hear it pretty clearly. I can still hear it a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we used to be able to hear. I think without the mod, I don't think we'd be. Yeah, you can hear it. I don't think we'd be able to hear it without that mod. Anyways, maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, we'll tackle some more controversial technology stuff maybe on the next episode, but I hope I'm not boring you all with that kind of talk. I know for some people it's doesn't really matter. So I apologize if I've bored you with that, but I'm having a great time playing here on East Violin, and I hope you're enjoying watching it as well, even though it is sugar beets, not the most exciting thing to do in Farming Simulator, but we are going to make some good money, and our piggies are going to be really happy, I think, with the leftover sugar beets we have from this. So, hey, thank you, everyone, again, for joining me here in East Violin on Kubota Farm. In fact, we need to end it looking at some Kubota equipment, right? I mean, we haven't seen a Kubota tractor here in a bit, so let's make sure we do that. Next time, I think I think actually we could grab maybe our M8, our plow tractor, and grab our wagon over there, and let's go maybe assist with getting these sugar beets hauled away. That way we don't have to make so many trips. And I think we'll kick off another contract as well and see what else we can make use of, get some money here in November. Thank you all again, though, for joining me here in East Violin on Kubota Farm. Join me Sunday morning. I should have an episode of Churn. Really, really appreciate y'all watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you real soon.